Hello, this is Emily Hines, Congregational Services Coordinator here. I am sending a quick instruction video along with the file for the time and talent survey information. It is all kept in one place in one living document. You are allowed to view it and sort the information as you need it, but not make changes. That leaves no room for someone accidentally deleting an entire column or something of that nature. So I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to view the information. When you open the file that I sent, you will get this view. It's view only as stated right here, and it should appear alphabetical by last name for all of our volunteers and time and talent, down through 111 people who turned theirs in. If you click at the top, it will reorganize alphabetically. So if you see this little arrow here, and depending on your browser, if you're a Mac or a PC user, that little arrow might look different, but you might need to hover over it to make it appear, but it'll be in the column heading that is teal and locked into place. If you click on the arrow, it'll give you an option that you want to, how you want to filter, and the easiest way to filter is just alphabetical. So I could flip it, so now it's reverse alphabetical, but I'm going to, for these purposes, when I want to look at my categories, I'm going to go Z to A because the X's will then appear first. So everyone then who's volunteered in the community and global category will be listed first. And there were a lot of people. So out of 111 people, 72 people volunteered in this area. So then you can see that's where that stops. So you could then copy and paste from here if you wanted, but you should be able to get everything you need from here. You can hide columns. A new arrow will appear up here. Oh, why can you not hide that? I might have spoken too soon there. But looking just at your area. Down at the bottom, which it looks like I cut it off a little bit for the screen recording. Let me lift that up. Oh, I can't. Can I make that go bigger? Pardon me. There we go. The bottom has all of the categories. So the first tab on the bottom left is everybody, all categories for everything. I'm going to resort this back to A to Z. If, for example, the admin category is a category that Christine and I are responsible for, people who have volunteered to work in the office. And so I can click there and see all of those people and could sort them accordingly if needed, but they all fit on one screen, so I wouldn't really need to. The bigger categories, your common global, for example, if you are the person who is in charge of the Pride Parade and you only want to look for the volunteers who are able to or willing to walk in the Pride Parade, you would click on the Pride Parade arrow. There it is. And sort, again, Z to A so that the X's show up first. So then you see you've got 24 people that you can then contact to be a part of that. Soon, of course, will be the next thing we have is connections. So I would look at connections and look at that good crop of people who wants to help with connections this year. That's great. So I'm going to be calling those people real soon. So you can do that under each of the tabs. Here's the Family Faith Formation tab. And oh no, we need a substitute teacher on Wednesday. I'm going to pull up the substitute teacher tab and I'm going to sort it. I'm going to say, okay, there's 4 people there, the first 4 people, Liz, Melissa, Sarah, and Jesse. Now I know who to call. All right. There are more tabs than space here along the bottom, so you'll need to use this arrow to scroll right. That will bring you then over to the last 4 categories that didn't fit on the first screen: maintenance, media, music, and worship. So the worship category, we look over here. Okay, well, I'm a reader, but I can't do it today. I need to find myself a sub. Who are all the readers? Oh, look at all those great people who volunteered to read that I have to choose from. Okay, so it's really important to make sure that you know how to access the information and how to sort the information so that is helpful to you. So these arrows and tabs is what we're looking at, and then these drop down to just put it into alphabetical order to make that simple for you. Remember, you can't edit, so you can't mess this up. If you try and delete, I'm tapping the delete button now, you can hear it, nothing happens, okay? I'm signed in as my personal email, not my work email, so you can't mess this up. So if you have any questions, of course, feel free to call me or send me an email, but this has everything in one spot, and we can add to it. And it's really important that you understand that, and the emphasis on here, that this is a living document. So if someone turns in their time and talent survey yet to me this week, and they want to be added to lists, I will put them in here and they'll be added to lists. So what I would really discourage you to do as a leader is print this and use that as your guide, because then you'll miss it if someone is added. So this is a living document that will get updated as people turn in their time and talent sheets. We have a new member class coming up later in October, and they will be filling them out. So this is a living list. So we want to really strongly discourage you from printing it out and using it in that way, which for that, this is getting much longer than I wanted it to be, but for that reason, it's also important. I didn't put folks' phone numbers and emails on here because the database system we're using, Breeze, allows people to update their own information. So we had someone who hadn't been getting any information for over a year, and we finally figured out that we had the wrong email address. But in Breeze, we can encourage members to update phone numbers, email addresses. So when you're going, then you say, okay, these people can read scripture for me. I need to call Nancy. I'm going to go into Breeze then and look up Nancy's phone number or email. So if you need a tutorial on Breeze, please let me know. But as the leaders of the groups who are collecting, using the information that is aggregated here, you definitely should know how to use Breeze. And so if you don't, let's set up a time to do that. So now that I've rambled on for 7 whole minutes, I will say thank you for your hard work and for being a part of this group. And we'll talk soon. Enjoy.